When I first went to Israel, I didn't know what the story was. I didn't know who's a bad guy, who's a good guy. I wanted to go do my own homework. What turned my mind around on this was they have mandatory bomb shelters, and they also issue gas masks and everything else, you know, EpiPens for kids. You go into the government distribution point, it's in Hebrew, it's in English, it's in Arabic. Doesn't matter if you're even a citizen. Doesn't matter what side you're on. You and your children are all issued gas masks and emergency kits. That said to me an awful lot. They're trying to protect human life. It's not the same way on the other side of the border.
I think when we see these stories, we kind of put them in the generalized category of explosions in the Middle East. Why is it so much worse than typical explosion in the Middle East update?
Because of the timing of everything. Because Iran is crumbling, its infrastructure, its economy, everything is crumbling. They're spending an awful lot of money on the war on Syria. They don't care about the Syrians. They didn't care about the Iraqis. What they want is that crescent power. You know that because of the way Saudi Arabia is reacting. When you just have Saudi Arabia saying, hey, Palestinians, accept a peace deal or shut up. And that's literally what was said by the Saudi Arabians. So you have this power struggle going on. You have a regime in collapse. You also have Russia involved. You have Turkey involved.
I feel much better, though, with Saudi Arabia's reaction, though. And the fact that they're making so many changes, that at least gives me a little bit of hope. They have a lot of power and influence.
Yeah. Jordan is not with them, which is good. Saudi Arabia is not with them, which is good.
But we kind of lost Turkey in this.
We've gained Russia. That's a real scary thing. And that, again, if you are one that looks to the scriptures, that's Gog and Magog. Tehran and Moscow, Gog and Magog. Those two, you know, the war to end all wars is supposed to happen when Gog and Magog get together. This is the very first time there's ever been a treaty between those two countries or those two areas ever in the history of man. That's not a happy omen.
If a war does break out, I think there's a good chance that Turkey's going to be on the wrong side of it from our perspective.
Yes.
Yet we have to, by treaty, defend them if a war breaks out, which is really scary. We're going to be put in a lot of difficult positions.